See, getting old. The scariest thing about getting older is when you start to question your own mortality. And that's when you really find religion, Because now you get older, you try to be healthy, stay healthy. But now your doctor wants you to see other doctors. And then as a man, the doctor will suggest the most horrific terror known to man. He'll just suggest seeing a special doctor. And that phrase, a come to Jesus moment, I think this is the origin of it. My doctor said, well, Drake, you get into a certain age, you actually do to have a proctology exam. And right away, I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, doc. That's against my religion. The doctor's like, well, we'll just do it again next year and every year after that for the rest of your life. And it was cemented right then and there. I will never leave the Lord. That's a no-brainer right there. Stay with the Lord or walk funny. I couldn't see the doctor and then face the church congregation, go to church and like, I think it's time for sinners to repent. I'm pretty sure there's someone in here has been backsliding. Like, yeah, but I got a doctor's note. No, I can't do that. First of all, I think it's totally barbaric. Think about it. In this age of technology where you can go to Google Earth and can see any place on the planet from space, where you can get x-rays to see your bones, sonograms to see your organs functioning live in color, a CAT scan done with lasers, we can see your whole body and you can wear a gown. You mean to tell me you're forced to go through this with a handsy doctor? You couldn't just get a CAT scan laying on your stomach spread to you? I was afraid I was going to run out of excuses from my doctor, but my doctor decided she going to do it herself. And she put the rubber glove on and she didn't even take off her wedding ring. And this was a hell of a wedding ring. I never seen a wedding ring so dynamic. I mean, I never knew a man could love a woman as much as this doctor's husband loved her, I mean, wow. It's the type of ring you give your wife when you're caught sexually assaulting a hotel worker in Denver, Colorado, while you're on work assignment from Los Angeles. Huge ring, I ain't trying to feel nothing like that back there. It's just, especially that, thing with rubber. It's like it's ribbed for her enjoyment, but not mine, So if that happens, automatically I'm just gonna fall to my knees and pray, because the doctors get scared, I'm putting this procedure just for medical pranks, so they could do it. They could talk about it in conventions. So I'm fall on my knees. I'm not gonna give up. You're gonna have to pick me up, and I'm not exactly light. And even if they get their medical staff, I'm gonna pull out the Bible. I'm gonna let their conscience get to them. Like, all right, yeah, Drake, you won this round, but this ain't over. Like, yeah, I know. I heard the devil will constantly test you. But all I know is, hey, if I don't see it in the Bible, I'm not gonna see it in me. But then I actually had to check the Bible to make sure it's not in the Bible. But I'm thinking, where in the Bible can I look to find stuff that I don't want to enter me, like Exodus, it just sounded plausible. And I read that whole chapter, that whole book, looking for proof. I'm finding things like the burning bush. No, but I better remember that, because I do know that one lady who's rather promiscuous. Part in the Red Sea. No, it didn't say red bone cheeks. No, so sorry, but the thing is, you never really hear a good story about seeing a proctologist. It's always something out of a Stephen King novel, or maybe Jordan Peele. Like, instead of Get Out, he makes Don't Go There. I think part of the reason the procedure seems barbaric is, I hear when cops send you to jail, before they send you to jail, they do a cavity search. And, to me, I was like, well, why can't I just send you my dental records from a dentist? They ain't trying to hear that. And for some reason, and for someone checking cavities, they sure take the wrong scenic route, because they could just look in your mouth. The way they would go, it takes too long. The light would have to be just the right way. It had to be just bent over at the right angle. That's just wasting time. I think the police is just city workers. They trying to milk the clock. As a matter of fact, your doctor says he wants to see a proctology exam. You should just bring your results from the police. Unless your doctor say, well, the police sent me those results with a referral. You're like, what? Doctor, hey, don't start coughing until I tell you I'm ready. What? Hey, don't say that. Don't go there. Then don't you go there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't start none. It won't be none. But I always hear like the scariest stories when it's a doctor, especially proctologists. Like some new wave herbal proctologist. Like there's always something off about the doctor. Well, look at his field of expertise. Obviously they couldn't make it as a dentist and had to settle. You know, but you got to do your research when you find a proctologist. You can't do it half-assed. Seriously, you can't be cheap in this situation. Sometimes instead of saving $1, it's better to save peace of mind. Case in point, a guy goes to a discount proctologist, and he was telling me, like, while we're sitting in the waiting room, he saw a water bug walking across the ceiling. Well, should have been a sign right there and there. But he thought, maybe one of the waiting patients smoked it in from home. Well, he said he was called into the doctor's office, and the doctor's office didn't have a door. He had beads. Like those Brady Bunch bamboo beaded curtains from the 70s. So he's feeling way uncomfortable as it is, right? So he speaks to the doctor. He said he's not feeling that uncomfortable. Do the doctors give you any kind of anesthesia before this? He said the doctor says, "Or do you want some wine? I got Hennessy." And the guy's freaking out, like, what the hell kind of doctor is this? The doctor says, okay, just relax, just calm down, just take a deep breath, just relax, put on some music. And he puts on Barry White. That's not going to make you relax. That's going to make you more tense, Last thing you expect to hear in the proctologist's office is Barry White, You don't want to hear deeper and deeper. Like, what the hell is the music so loud for? You trying to drown out the sound. Wait. Did this light switch have a dimmer? Oh, hell no. Ran out the office. Said he ran like the 40-yard dash in .425. That's faster than Odell Beckham. And I was like, dude, man, it's your fault. Like, why would you find a proctologist on Craigslist? And you know what he said? What other doctor takes Groupons? See? Take pride in yourself. I don't trust doctors, And then even people that try to tell me it's not so bad, I hate when people who get it done trying to convince you it's not as bad as it is. Like, there's something wrong with you. I think a proctologist must be like a lobotomy, People say, hey, Drake, when I started getting older, I started seeing a proctologist and I haven't changed. I'm like, yeah. Remember when you used to have a deep voice? What are you talking about? I still have a deep voice. Ladies always say I sounded like Barry White. Yeah, and now you sound like Barry Gibb. I know you're trying to stay alive, And I've come to realize that wives and girlfriends have started getting mad at me because I've ended up talking men of getting this procedure. Like, Drake, you're just hating. Like, yeah, that's damn right, because I know I won't like it. But you have to wonder why women are so gung-ho about having their men get this done. Guys try to say, yo, my girl's just really concerned about my health. Like, yeah, that may be part of it. But the other part is leverage. That's right, She now has the upper hand, Now you can never win an argument, And don't ever think about first of all, don't you ever try to put your hand on a woman. But especially now, Because now she gonna bring that up in public. You're like, oh, so you want to hit me now? You ain't trying to hit that guy that was sticking his fingers in your ass. Now it's always gonna come up, no matter what you do in life. Now you can't leave her because she'll embarrass you and make a scene. Like, oh, so you're breaking up with me now? You gonna see that proctologist you like so much? You certainly didn't mind the experience. Like, shut up, Sheila. The doctor said that's just an involuntary reaction. Sure it was, Herman. It was awfully cold in that examination room for you to get to rise to the occasion. See, she got you cornered into a relationship. And their ladies hate me talking about this subject. Drake, ain't nothing changed about my man. He saw the proctologist now, and he even has more pep in his step. Like, yeah, but that's just an unplanned side effect. Shut up, Drake. because my man is happy now. You know, when he leaves, he even whistles when he walks. Like, yeah, but his mouth is closed. You know. So this is just the part of getting older. The very first podcast, the gag order's very first podcast, which I'm entitling "No Country for Old Men." I hope it was enjoyable and worth it. Something different, you know. So please like it if you viewed it. If you viewed it, please view it again and subscribe. You know, because I have no subscribers. I think my only subscribers are on my other accounts. So why not give me some self-esteem and subscribe and respond? But don't be a stranger. I'm out. Drakey, the gag order.